All right, let's do it live on a First Friday Miracle edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. I am merely Bo. He is the great Z. I was thinking about this as today was the day that Shedeur is going to start this weekend in Las Vegas. You'll hear from him. And I was thinking about the shows that you and I did starting at the end of it started the end of last season. So in January of 2026, really up until probably about 3 weeks before the draft.
25, yeah.
25, I'm sorry, 25. 3 weeks before the draft.
We might be doing similar shows
well,
in January.
Well, no. What I was going to say, though, is we might. But what I was going to say was I don't know, because it was made abundantly clear at the Combine, by the time of the Combine in February, that Cam Ward was going 1 to Tennessee, and there wasn't any conversation around that. Like, they were locked in. That was him. And I think of the amount of hours that we spent on this show talking about Shadur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. It had to be in the offseason the topic we talked about most.
Yeah.
You did the film study on him, which we went through. We loved watching him at Colorado, the plays, all of it. And then through this crazy kind of winding road, it happened. And now he is going to start on Sunday in Las Vegas against the Raiders. It's really a wild road to get to where we will get to on Sunday.
Yeah, it most certainly is. That is true. It most certainly is a wild road, and this is something that I think we've all wanted to see. I think so much has been made about the reps and this, that, and which is nonsense by and large. Today we come to find out that he has his own private meetings with Kevin Stefanski every morning to go through everything.
Oh, no, I was told that it was
sabotage.
It was sabotage. The organization didn't want him to be success, and he was here as a hostage.
Yes.
Is what I was told. I was told that by a great many people.
A great many people.
Said that over the last couple of months. Oh, so no one really has a clue what's actually going on in here.
Well,
is that the reality? Maybe this show does.
Yeah, we do.
Jeez.
But
so off.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see it. I do think there is certainly something to, having a game plan tailored to your strengths, being part of that collaboration, the things that you're comfortable with, the concepts that you're most comfortable with, all of that. And so this is where we're going to get to see Shadur Sanders under those auspices. And so what's going to happen now is we're going to see. There were, as we talked about on Monday's show, there were some good things. I did a film breakdown about his throw to Harold Fannett, which was a very good throw, read the defense clearly, read the two things that he was supposed to read, and delivered a great ball from the pocket. There were things that are not going to fly no matter where you are at any level. Certainly not in the NFL, where you're trying to drift back and hold the ball and escape and take 15, 20-yard sacks. So there are things he needs to clean up. There is talent in there. That's why I liked him so much when I watched him on tape. There's no doubt the guy can throw the football accurately. He is not afraid to push the football down the field.
Nope.
And we need that. And so this is going to be a huge test for him, and it's a huge opportunity. I really think that this is a game that if he goes out and plays well and he wins, he's going to start more games and could start the rest of the season. This is a massive game for him.
If he goes out there and plays well, it changes. This is, you and I started talking about this in June in the advance of camp and into camp. It's a lottery ticket. It's a fifth-round pick with first-round tape. That's what Shedeur was. First-round arm talent.
Yep.
Or at worst, early second-round arm talent and intangibles. That's what this was. But it's a fifth-round pick. And if it hits, it's Brock Purdy, and you've won the lottery. And now it changes everything. Now you don't. And the same we said of Dylan.
Of course.
If Dylan hit, we went through this. We did this in July, like when we had Kenny Pickett. If there comes a point in the season where it's not going the way that you want, then you needed to see these two rookies play.
Yep.
Now, it didn't play out the way that we thought it was going to play out and the way that I think a lot of people in here had planned for it to play out.
No.
But nevertheless, this is how it is playing out. You had Flacco for that early tranche. Then you had this set of games for Dylan, and now you're going to get potentially a set of games for Shedeur. And one thing that you said all the way back in July and August, and I thought it was very on point, was it's his job to not let anyone else be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns the rest of the way.
Yep.
And as long as he plays well, that'll be the case.
He's got that opportunity. And that's what we talked about. Like, originally it was supposed to be Kenny Pickett until, okay, fine, then it would be Dylan Gabriel until okay, fine, and now Shedeur. It's unfortunate that it happened due to injury, but we have at least seen a decent sample size of Dylan Gabriel and know what he is good at, what he has not been good at, and certainly it has not been an offense where you said, okay, this is it, we're good, where you were good at the quarterback position. So I think it's great that Shedeur is going to get that opportunity, and that's what it is. This is an opportunity, and for him, I think a lot of the narratives around why he didn't look so prepared have been quite debunked, especially in light of things that were brought to light today and others. And so this is his opportunity. He has got this whole week to dedicate himself completely to being ready to take on what, quite frankly, is this is a comfortable matchup if you're a young quarterback. This is a team that's given up 25 points a game. It's a team that it has, they've given up 16 touchdowns. They only have 6 interceptions on the season. Do they get after the quarterback? Not a ton. 19 sacks, 25th in the league. Yeah, Max Crosby does. You have to worry about him. But this is a team that just was shredded by Dak Prescott. Now, albeit he's got CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. But this is a team that has not been a great defense, period.
No,
and quarterbacks have had success against it this season. And so this feels like a pretty good matchup for him to make a start. He's in a dome. It's climate.
A dome?
There are a lot of things about this that's set up very, very nicely for Shadur Sanders. And if he can play well here, you look a little bit forward and you say, well, then the Niners come to town. And, yeah, that's a good team, but that is a team that cannot rush the quarterback.
No.
At all. Like zero rushing of the quarterback. So this is a pretty exciting situation here and an exciting thing for Shedeur and an opportunity to go out there and answer things. Now, I think that it will be a situation where if he looks good, it'll be what we said. If he struggles kind of to the degree we saw in the last 2 times we've seen him on the field, there will be a lot of questions and actually some answers that come out of that. So I think this is a big, and I feel for him because in the reality of it is he is a 5th round pick in the NFL. But this is going to be amongst, I'd go so far as to say, of any player making their first start in this season, this will be the most fanfare around that player making their first start. And I'd say that includes J.J. McCarthy, who made his first start. It's certainly bigger than Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Bigger than Jackson Dart.
It's not appropriate because
it's not, but it is. This is
what I know. You're 100% right. I was trying to think about. I want to put your big brain and your big private school brain on this. I don't think there's ever been. I mean, I was thinking like all the way back. Like, where was Bo Jackson picked by the Raiders? Because he was a first pick of the draft by Tampa, but he never played there. Then he went and played, and then he went and played for the Royals, and then he ended up being drafted by the Raiders late, and then
in the 7th round of the 1987 draft, the Bucs. He was selected first overall in the 1986 draft.
Okay, so there's a caveat to that, in that he was the number 1 overall pick in the draft. But in terms of a late round pick, I couldn't think of anything in NFL history that has this fanfare. I mean, my God, I walked in today and there's 3 networks doing live shots.
Tebow's first start.
He's a first rounder.
Round pick. John Football's first start,
round
which
pick.
was
first round pick.
Which was not an enjoyable experience. I remember The Miz and a bunch of guys came in for that game. This first start was at home against Cincinnati. Do you remember this game?
No.
Oh, yeah.
We lost 30-0.
No.
I believe the offensive coordinator was
Kyle.
It's Kyle,
he was
right?
10 of 18 for 80 yards.
for Cincinnati.
Oh, Cincy.
Was Hugh. Yeah, he was 10 of 18 for 80 yards, 2 picks.
Hugh was auditioning.
It was not a joyous experience.
But I think I can stand by that there hasn't been somebody drafted this late with this type of fanfare at any position. The intention that's on him. You'd have to find the extenuating circumstances of like the Bo Jackson thing where he was the 7th round pick, but it doesn't count because he was number 1 overall.
Right.
Like there isn't a situation
one of one.
where some massive personality. It would be like if
it's Tebow mania, but Tebow was a first round pick.
Yeah, I mean, there just isn't anything else. There isn't. No other first round pick has this type of fanfare around it.
No,
there just isn't.
No, not even close. I mean, I was in the gym, and some of First Take was on, and I mean, that was the show.
Yeah. Yeah. And that part isn't fair to him either.
No.
It's not. But
there doesn't
they've
appear,
embraced it at Colorado. They embraced it when he was at Colorado.
There's no fatigue.
No. No, there isn't. And it's going to be. I was curious, so this, and it's a 4:05.
Yep.
It's a 4:05 Eastern start Sunday in Las Vegas, which is pretty wild.
I mean, if they were putting their thinking caps on, now they just so happen, I'm pretty sure there's a pretty good Sunday night game this week.
Or Monday would have been perfect.
Sunday night is Rams Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so that's
really good, yeah.
And what's Monday night this week, Gibba?
I think we have it in here somewhere.
Not as good.
Yeah, but
Monday night is Panthers at Niners.
They don't have the ability to flex it.
They can't
at
anymore
this,
do that.
at this time. But I do think that there certainly is a world in which, if he continues to start, that you could see if there's a game that they don't love. I think you could see us getting flexed into a primetime game.
Yeah, there is a curiosity to him that is usually reserved for athletes playing different sports or extreme circumstances. You know what I mean? It's just not something that usually happens for a fifth-round quarterback. In fact, as far as I could tell, it's never happened, anything quite like this. But you're right. It's a very soft landing spot in the defense. The dome helps a ton. I mean, helps a ton. It's natural grass, dome, all of that. Their secondary is nothing. Now, they do have Max Crosby, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful about that.
Yes.
Because he will come around. He got Dak a couple of times and wreaked a lot of havoc. So that will be part of it. But as debuts go, we've never had this type of hype for a fifth-round pick, and I don't know that this is a pretty good landing spot for him. This is not a great Raiders team. The dome impact of it, the defense isn't any good. If you have got a week to prepare now.
They might not score.
Yeah, and it's not like he wasn't thrust in. If you think about Dylan thrust into the lineup all the way back in October at home against the Vikes.
London. He didn't even have a full week.
London against the Vikes. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
London against the Vikes. Yeah. And then at Pittsburgh the following week were his first two games. This isn't that. This is
Nope.
There's an opportunity for success here, and I can't wait to see it. I think most people feel that way. They want to see him go and see what he's all about.
At the end of the day, this is sport, but these are television shows, and this is must-watch television.
That's right.
This is must-watch television.
Yeah.
I mean, it is captivated and dominated the discourse. Even when he wasn't playing, it has dominated the discourse of the NFL world for quite some time. And now we're going to get to see it against the silver and black, which I think is kind of an iconic thing. It was almost like
cool.
It felt like for a long time, I thought he might end up being a Raider. Brady had spoken kindly of him. I feel like he'd fit in Vegas and in the silver and black, and it's kind of wild. That's where he's going to make his debut. Don't you think Dion will be there?
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty quick flight from Boulder to Vegas.
Yeah, and they play Saturday night?
Play Saturday
at home, I think.
Yeah. No, I mean they're having a really rough year, so I'm not sure what their schedule is, but yeah, no, I would assume that he would be there. I mean, he's friends with Tom. They'll put him in a suite and you'd want to see your son make his first start. Are you kidding? Of course.
Yes. This is a big one. I mean, this is going to be. I'm going to go here. You want some more hyperbole?
Let's do it. Run amok.
This will be the most watched, most anticipated, most talked about, most dissected game between 2-8 teams this late in the season ever.
Fact. I wonder if they'll move the window for how you get like those broadcast windows of where games are. Like this game was probably only a Cleveland, Las Vegas, Oakland window. Maybe some of Los Angeles would have got this.
All right, what do we got?
By the way, Arizona State, 25th in the country at Colorado, Saturday night at 8.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the problem.
Wake up Sunday, hop on a plane.
So you got Cowboys in the late game.
That's what you got. You got Cowboys, Eagles.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna get preempted. No. The only other we're CBS.
Yeah,
the only other CBS game in the late window is Jags Cards.
Yeah. So that'll only go to Arizona and Jacksonville. And then I don't know. I'm curious what Columbus is going to do.
I don't think CBS is going to be able to do that because CBS is going to have their national game has got to be Colts Chiefs, right? At 1?
Well, yes. Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
They've got some real good 1 o'clock. They got Steelers Bears, Patriots Bengals, Colts Chiefs. Colts Chiefs will be that 1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
I just I don't think anybody's going to try to get us in. Not that I know they're different networks, but aren't there some rules about that, aren't there? Like CBS can't then have a second national.
No, they can't. But like the one that I'm curious about
But
is
they
like,
have to have stuff on CBS locally, right? Or do they just not have games?
No,
in
they
a
just
lot
don't
of
have
places?
games. Like that happens here a lot. When
It's the worst.
So I'm looking at the coverage.
I would
map.
imagine that like Columbus would take this, and it's our second biggest market.
Bengals are at 1 though.
Yeah, but their season's lost, and they always take Browns over Bengals. Like if the
Patriots,
the only reason they ever take Bengals over Browns is if the Bengals are playing the Steelers or if the Bengals are running away with the division and we're struggling.
Columbus is taking the Bengals
for now.
Yeah, the only market
because they can the local affiliate. When I was at the local CBS affiliate, we could swap that if we wanted, so they could opt in for ours instead.
The state of Nevada, Cleveland, Toledo, Youngstown, like the top third of the state of Ohio. That's it.
I'm going to get an answer for you. I would bet you Columbus takes it.
You know people.
I do know people.
Heck, they might sell some of those prorated Sunday ticket packages just so people can watch this game. That's a model they should go to, by the way. Like, hey, would you pay $2 to watch this game?
100%. Don't make it so hard.
Yeah, people probably pay. If you said $4.99, who's gonna that wants to watch Shedeur's debut? Who's gonna balk at $4.99 anywhere in the country?
Well, to me, let's put our big brains together. I think they should do that for every game instead of making you buy the whole ticket and all that stuff. Just make it pay-per-view on the local network. Like if you want to watch a game out of network, I'm at $5, but don't make it crazy.
No,
make it very manageable.
Well, $5.
Like price
the
of a
most
movie
you could spend is $10 because there's only 2 windows.
Right.
If you did it that way, the most you could spend on Sunday to get the 2 games that you want in addition to whatever's there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be electric out there, to say the least. Practice wrapping up here shortly. Get you some updates on our side. DNPs today. Dylan, Chief, and Alex Wright did not practices. Jack Conklin, Cam Robinson will try to practice in limited capacity today. Too early to tell availability for Sunday on that. Chief
I feel good about everybody on offense.
Even Chief?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Feel good about Chief. Feel good about, barring a setback, but I think as on the current trajectory, I feel good about everybody.
Yeah.
Alex Wright, I do not feel good about. Everybody on offense.
All right, there you go. Those are your hot topics today, presented by University Hospital, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. Well, he will debut as a starter on Sunday. You will hear from the podium. Shadur Sanders coming up next. We're off and running on a first Friday edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Junior Brownbackers presented by University Hospitals Rainbows Babies and Children in association with Cardinal Credit Union. It's Cleveland Browns official kid club, ages 4 to 12. Register for the premium package by November 30th and score an invite to Chomp's Chill Zone event. Guarantee your kit arrival by the holidays to be entered to win a signed Myles Garrett jersey, plus a 2026 premium membership. Visit juniorbrownsbackers.com to join today. Time to head to the podium presented by Vivid Seats. Purchase your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. Here's your starting quarterback for Sunday, Shadur Sanders.
What's going on?
You guys doing?
How you doing? I'm doing great. Can't complain.
Shadur, just first off, just how you doing mentally, emotionally? Obviously, you heard the news about what happened at your homes. How you doing after?
Yeah, mentally, emotionally, I'm in a great place overall. In life, it's always going to be adversity. Things aren't always going to go, as planned. But I would say, I'm prepared for everything.
What's your plan to approach this week, knowing now that you are going to get your first NFL start?
The same how I always am, knowing exactly where everybody's going to be, prepare, understand that they have a great defense, they're coached by a great coach, and they have great players on that side of the ball. So just doing what I can, to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally, to make sure I'm my best self.
Shedeur, how much do you feel that with this start, if you play well, that you could sort of cement yourself as the starting quarterback moving forward?
I don't think too much into that. I think in the moment present today. I go over the game plan and make sure I execute that. When you start moving too fast in life, sometimes you miss the small details of things. So I never want to overlook anything.
Shedeur, what's the 24, 48 hours after the Ravens game? What was your kind of process like, deconstructing that game, going through your reps, and what were you able to kind of pull away from that you can build off of and as positives?
Really, the positives from that game is just being able to go in there, breaking that barrier, coming off the sideline for so many weeks, and being able to do that. I don't think a lot of people understand. How challenging that is from a rookie going into a game. Now, a lot of NFL vets, backup quarterbacks, they've been in the league. You feel me? I'm just coming out of college, So it's a different feeling, but I enjoy it. So, as the game went on and, I settled in, okay, I know what's going on. So as long as I get comfortable, which I am, each and every day, seeing the guys run the routes and being out there, it feels good. So I know for sure I'm going to do everything in my power, and as a team, we're doing everything in our power to make sure we have success on Sunday.
Shedeur, how much are you looking forward to this week, getting all of the first-team reps, because Kevin said you're going to get all of them, to getting all of those first-team reps finally for the first time with the starters, and then having Tommy design a game plan to maximize your strengths and your skill set?
Yeah, I'm truly excited for that. Knowing that, I have a piece of offense and a say-so and how things fit my eye and place the players exactly where they need to be, seeing how they come in and out of routes, seeing the structure of the alignment, seeing they set, just having a feeling. Like I'm more of a feel type of person, so that's how I learn, that's how I do everything. I'm going to just watch it, it's just going to happen. No, like I got to be out there, feel it. I got to move around. It's like so many details that it takes for me, to feel my best and play my best. And I'm doing everything in my power, and the team's doing everything, to help me get prepared.
Shedeur, as you've worked behind the scenes, obviously we haven't gotten to see you at practice since training camp, but what are you most proud of, I guess, with your development so far, and where do you feel like you've grown?
I would say definitely, I would say mentally, emotionally. I know this is a trending topic that my house got broken into, but I'm in a mental space now to where, it's not too much that could faze me, honestly, that's going on. And none of my jewelry got took anyway. So, by the way, none of my jewelry got took. So now, it's just called slipping. It happens.
Shedeur, you mentioned after the game on Sunday how you'd like to really understand the details of your receivers and what they like and whatnot. Just historically for you as a player, how long has that process typically taken you as far as, getting to a point where you guys see what each other wants without maybe actually having to see what each other wants and likes?
Well, I would say I definitely have a realistic approach, and I know my development, as a player and everything, and mentally and everything, has to speed up due to the situation. So I just like new challenges, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun going out there, doing what I got to do. And the fact that we are up against time, we are up against, growing real fast. So that's what's exciting. That's what, is the rush, that everybody feels. That's what excitement. That's when everybody going to be in the stadium lit to understand how quickly, it is going to take for us to have success. And I truly believe it won't be long.
Shedeur, I know you have probably been envisioning this opportunity for a long time. You have a lot of fans who, want so much, expect so much from you. What's your philosophy on managing expectations in a situation like this?
I would say, for sure, I'm a big critic. So in certain situations in the game, even in that fourth down of that last game, I wish I would have just extended the play. So mind you, I don't listen to critics. I don't listen to anybody has to say that's not within the organization, not within the team, not within the family or anything. Because it's like everybody have their own perspectives, but they're not out there doing it. So or they done it in their past life and their time has passed. So I'm just thankful that I'm living in the present. Now I have the opportunity to go out there and do the best I can. Will there be mistakes? Of course. But it wouldn't be as many mistakes, We're trying to minimize those most possible.
Shedeur, what was your dad's reaction to you getting the start, and will he be there on Sunday?
Quite honestly, right now, I'm not even, I don't know. I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I don't even be talking to too many people right now.
I'm sure you talked to him, though, yeah?
I ain't talked to him today or yesterday. I talked to Shiloh. Shiloh called me, but I said, bro, right now, if you want to talk, everybody just fly in and come see me, bro. I ain't trying to be on my phone. I'm not trying to do any of that. If you want to talk, just pull up on me, and then we could talk from there. But other than that, I don't even check my phone. Too many people have been texting me, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I didn't get robbed. My house did.
It's safe to say that Shiloh will be there now?
I think. Yeah, I think. Like I say, whenever it's either, I just say, bro, let me know. And I got enough people around me to communicate and the details with everything. So I'm fine.
How much of the support from your teammates has led to some confidence in this moment? How much have they kind of rallied around you from training camp to now to make you feel confident to go out there?
A lot. I would say the teammates are definitely a big portion of everything, but at the same time, they have their own jobs they have to do also. So I have to take that upon myself to know that I have the responsibility, to bring this team a win on our side of the ball. So I got to do what's necessary to do that.
Shedeur, when you look at some of those blitz looks that the Ravens showed you in the second half, what do you think that you maybe could have done better, and what do you think a week full of practice will allow you to kind of adjust to this?
I think I handled the blitz pretty good. I think it's some certain scenarios, I could have been tighter, with my footwork and anything. But when it comes from film study and from everything, there's a lot of things, from that side, I done well, and minus the couple things going into the game, of course, that I could change. But all that's about feel, all that's about a different feel and about getting the reps and doing everything like that. So I'm excited and doing to the game as the time went on. You seen the comfort, you seen all that, you seen the juice behind it. So I know I could get to that place. So that moment was a moment of hope, and I hope we all have.
You talked about how excited you've talked so much about how much of a comfort level you have with your hungry dog guys and how much you really love to throw those guys. Do you think that these guys will, the coaches will give you an opportunity to have some of your comfort hungry dogs?
See, I ain't got that much motion here yet. I don't have that much motion here yet. I got to win some games. I got to do what I got to do to be able to make some requests. But right now, I'm just excited to be on the field right now.
You talked about how excited.
Stefanski said sometimes he and you in the mornings go over the tape of the previous practice regularly. What do you get out of those sessions, the one-on-ones with Kevin?
I gain a lot knowing going through the checklist, going through the reads and all that. But look, all that stuff changes whenever you're in a real game. Like, honestly, like, it feels way different. Like, I don't know. Hungry Dog's cool, but it's not like the real thing. You know what I mean? So, like, that keeps you, mentally, so you don't go out there and be a disaster. But I don't think I think it's cool. I don't know if it genuinely prepares you to go out there in the actual game, and be able to dominate,
You talked about how excited you were coming out the field Sunday, just getting your first NFL reps.
Well, I was excited after, after I already thought about, like, dang, we really just lost that game. Like, it could have been so close,
Right.
Could have been small details that we done different to be able to win that game. So,
But so what do you think the emotion's going to be going out to take that first snap in Vegas on Sunday?
I think it's everything we all think. I think it's gonna be exciting. I know a lot of y'all gonna be there. I know you can't miss it. You cannot miss this moment. It'll be definitely exciting. We going out there with a purpose, going out there mentally ready, no distractions, no anything, and I'll be excited.
Your offensive line.
We're going to do Chris and then one more.
Just getting comfortable with your offensive line. How important is that, and how much does getting those live reps, just going into this game, just having to have behind that offensive line, how much is that going to help you and them?
With the offensive line, you got to just be able to feel. You got to know the different things, how to manipulate the pocket and stuff. So I think in the Hungry Dogs aspect, I'm an expert in that environment, But with our guys, I got to still we all have to feel each other and figure each other out. So that's the main thing, doing what we need to do to make each other comfortable.
How much has it helped you to run sometimes the scouts and go against like a Myles Garrett and a Denzel Ward and a Mason Graham and Collins and those guys? How much has that helped you so far this year?
Help me in what way?
Just get ready to go against like Max Crosby and the things that you're going to face on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, we have a great defense. We have one of the best defense, if not the best defense in the league. But I don't know if that directly translates to – I don't know if that directly translates that. Because you're getting a card and you're just going out there just being free. Like it's a total different – it's a total different thing.
Shedeur,
But also you do – the speed and all that stuff, it's similar, but – like if a regular season game and what people say like a playoff game in the Super Bowl is a little bit faster. So whether it's in practice in the game, it's going to be like a tenth faster. So.
Shedeur, you'll now be the 42nd starting quarterback since the Browns came back.
Hey, that's a good number. That's ironic. That's crazy.
Franchise that has been starved for a franchise QB. What would be your message to the fans, kind of going into this game as you kind of start, your NFL career really for the first time starting?
Well, I know our fans have hope. And I'm the one that. What'd you say? Yeah. For instance, I know our fans have a lot of expectations and hope, and I would be doing a disservice to myself and disservice to the organization if I didn't feel like I am the guy. I did everything I need to. I'm doing everything I need to prepare to be the best version of myself as possible. With the circumstances, everything got to be sped up, and that's great. I like pressure in life. I'm just excited for everything. So, I feel like I'm the guy. I know I'm the guy, but, you just have to be able to see. The game got to speak.
Indeed it will. The man on the call, along with the man to my left, will be Andrew Siciliano, and he will join us coming up next. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Score big with Howard Hanna, official real estate partner of your Cleveland Browns. Is Northeast Ohio's #1 real estate provider. They're dedicated to helping you make the best move. Visit howardhanna.com/go Browns today to explore your winning options. As we head now to the Chateau Marmont in Hollywood, I'm sure he's getting a nice massage or something like that. He's your play-by-play voice of your Cleveland Browns. Andrew Siciliano joining us on the Twisted Tea Hotline, brought to you by Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, official sponsor of your Cleveland Browns. How's the massage, buddy?
I can't tell you the last time I actually did get one, but my back does hurt both. Thank you. I could probably use one. Do you know anybody?
I do, yeah.
We know some people.
I know some people. Hey, we were having not sure if you were listening or not, we were having a conversation about, kind of the hysteria around all of this. So you've maybe had some time to think of it. I was trying to think of another circumstance like this where you have a fifth round. There's been a lot of ballyhooed first-round quarterback, first starts. Z mentioned Tebow and Manziel, but those are first-rounders. And I even thought of, like, Bo Jackson, but, I mean, he was the #1 pick in the draft first before being a seventh-rounder. Where you have somebody making a debut like this, buddy, there's 3 networks outside the building today. You've been around the NFL a long time.
Yeah.
Can you recall anything?
No, I can't, especially for a fifth-round pick like this. And when Arch Manning, I know you mentioned Arch as part of that conversation at one point. When Arch comes out, wherever he goes, I'm sure there will be hysteria as well for his first career start. But this is unlike anything we've ever seen. He's a fifth-round pick. There are 143 picks that went before Shedeur. And now he's getting his opportunity, and it's in a window in which CBS does not have the doubleheader. You guys are talking about that. It is a Fox doubleheader this week, and right now it is barely going to anywhere. But it will be dissected, discussed, I have no doubt screamed about as well, more than any other game this week, by far.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this is going to be as big a game. I think it's the biggest game between 2-8 teams ever in NFL history. It will certainly be the most dissected and discussed game between 2 teams that are 2-8 at this point and are right now, vying for the #1 pick in the 2026 NFL draft. We did the game 4 of 16. Those numbers weren't good. There were some moments, some near misses that looked pretty good. What do you hope to see that with this full week? And obviously we know he's been meeting with Kevin Stefanski every morning, and they've been, he's been getting kind of special attention to get ready. So the narrative that obviously he was being led to slaughter was factually incorrect, which is not a great surprise. But what do you hope to see with a full week here, and not only from Shedeur, but maybe from the game plan that Tommy Rees and Kevin Stefanski implement?
Yeah, but Nathan, if you say that he's being set up to fail with a funny hat and a funny scarf, people take it seriously.
That's right.
You know that.
Even if you don't have the funny hat and the funny scarf, they do.
Even if, I hope to see him play on time and in structure. I think that's the thing. Obviously you guys have discussed it. We discussed it during the game. You can't run backwards out of sacks. Now, to be fair, he did avoid the blitz and had the spin move before he threw the ball into the end zone. I can't remember if it was Larvidan or if it was the Bond throw, but one of those, he made a nice play, and he got the ball in the end zone. He stretched the field. He tried to make something out of nothing. There's that. He can escape the rush a little bit, but you can't run backwards. At the same time, on one of those deep shots, I think the Bond deep shot, he had the outcut there to Jerry Jeudy. Right? Like, take the first down. You got to take the gimmies. Go back to the beginning when he first came on the field. He had the rollout and the hitch to said, and then the second play of the game, look deep, don't see it, take the check down. As you pointed out, Nathan, that was the same play pretty much that he hit Fannin on to open up the final drive. So you see a little progression there from first drive to last drive. Let's also don't forget, he was without both of his starting tackles on that final drive. Right?
Yeah.
So, that is significant here when looking at the film. Play on time, play in structure, and be risk-adverse here.
There is no great time or great opponent to make an NFL debut, but this is a pretty soft landing spot, bud. I mean, outside of Max Crosby, there's nothing to really fear on the Vegas defense. It's a dome with grass. I'm guessing there will be a ton of Browns fans there. There could be some CU fans there. It's 4 o'clock, to your point. It's not a national game of the week. It's not in prime time. It's not anything like that. It's a game that's only right now going to be seen in Cleveland and Nevada. That's kind of it. Northern Ohio and Nevada. I'm sure that'll expand in some parts of Ohio as the week goes along, but that's where it is right now. If as debuts go, this is a relatively soft landing spot for him.
It is, and you guys, we were joking about flexing games, and you guys were talking about it earlier. So for those who don't know, we have a text chain here.
That's right.
And we talk junk back and forth. And, we were joking about flexing the Titans game with the number 1 overall pick up for grabs. Forget about, the Browns losing. Let's say they win some games here. And I am not suggesting we're getting moved to primetime. But I hadn't thought about it until you guys brought it up. Shedeur and Josh Allen, that's a long way down the road. I mean, I would be interested in showing that to a bigger audience. Mm-hmm. Shedeur and, assuming the Browns win, and that's a huge assumption. I know this is crazy talk right now, but Shedeur and Aaron Rodgers, round 2. I'd be interested in showing that to more of America, wouldn't you? I'm just thinking out loud.
It's all predicated on him, on how it looks with him.
It's all predicated on winning. Yeah.
Do you think it is?
Absolutely.
I don't even know that, bud. Do you think it's predicated on winning or just the offense being fun?
Yes. I think if he's making highlight plays,
I think fun,
that's fine.
Yeah, there's a fun factor. There's also a unmitigated disaster factor. You don't hope for the worst, right? But it could go badly. I don't think it's going to be a 30-0 Manziel debut, but it could go badly. Sometimes hype doesn't result in anything, but just face the facts.
Yeah.
So I'm very optimistic. Certainly, I'm optimistic. We'll see. It's like I said when he came on the field. Buckle up, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. The train's left the station.
Yeah.
So who knows where it's going? But I'm happy to be along for the ride.
Well, one of the things too about getting this offense going is right now this is the second time this year there has been a robbery in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. For the second time, Jordan Brooks has won the Defensive Player of the Year over MG. And now to me that means Myles Garrett. To our guest it means Mason Graham.
That's true.
Should have won Defensive Player of the Week this week, and it was a robbery. How do you respond to this? Because we're being, I think, overlooked due to the lack of success on offense.
So Jordan Brooks did have 20 tackles this week. He had a fantastic game. The most tackles for any player, and tackles are subjective, but the most tackles by any player in a game this year. He deserved.
Yeah, but he's already won it once.
A pat on the head.
Well,
I know. I'm getting to that point. The fact that he has beaten Myles twice for this, in games in which Myles had 9 combined sacks, is utterly absurd. I thought it was a typo when it hit my inbox. I thought it was one of those. You know how your Gmail can sometimes show different messages from the same sender, and it confuses actually when you look. I thought that's what it was. And then I opened it. I'm like, wait a minute. He won it again? You've got to be kidding me. I don't know if you know. J.J. Watt commented on my tweet.
I did see
that. This is ridiculous. What, you have to win the game? If that's the case, just get rid of the award.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I'm glad that you caught that. I know that you were having lunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel with Robert Evans, but I was curious if you caught the idea that is that the rule? That you have to win the game to be up for an award?
Know.
No.
JJ quote tweeted you,
there is no
and it
rule.
seems like he thought that was the rule.
So a couple of years ago, there's the Pepsi Zero Sugar Rookie of the Week. I think that's still the sponsor. And Dylan was up for it last week. I think Carson or last week.
Dylan was up for it in the Jets game.
Week, something like that. Right, which interesting, but regardless. And we had a string in 23 where the Jets won 5 times. And it was a running joke on our show on NFL Network. I'm convinced that Jetter or Jets Reddit hammered the voting process. But this is different.
Mm-hmm.
I think the writers vote. I honestly don't know who votes on it. I have no clue. But, just retire the award. And is there a trophy? When Grant Delpit won a couple of weeks ago, can we get Grant? Can somebody find Grant today, Nathan, in the building? Ask him, did he get a paperweight? Did he get one of the paper certificates?
For AFC Special Teams Player of the Week, I will ask him that.
Of the week. Yeah. I remember when I was in 5th grade, I got Citizen of the Week. and they gave me a piece of paper with like a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Remember?
And now you're collecting orange jackets, and you're also ignoring the main point here is that Mason Graham was robbed.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I'm not falling for the trick. This goes back to our text thread. I sent you an amazing video last night.
It was incredible.
It was incredible. Guys, okay? Some dude on YouTube put together an amazing cut-up of Mason Graham destroying dudes. And by the way, Mason Graham has played well this year. Okay, don't let the stats fool you. And I'm not being snarky nor sarcastic.
No.
I got you last night with that video.
I
know I did.
You made me laugh, and it brought a great bit of enjoyment to me in the midst of a very long concert performance after my son had done his part of it, and I needed that. My internet was not good enough for me to even be able to respond to you, but I did get to see it, and I enjoyed it, and I know that, when you have some of the foremost football minds on board. I mean, listen, here's a fact.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett's pressure rate is very similar to his pressure rate many years, but it is his pressure to sack conversion rate that is higher. And smarter people than me have made the case it's because of the interior pressure of not just Malik Collins, but also that of Mason Graham that has led to these sack numbers. So I think I'm going to call.
How about?
What about this? Hold on, hear me out. We have a lot of good ideas on this show. So this is a new one that I'm going to come up with right here on the spot. Bo doesn't even know about.
I don't even know. I've not been briefed.
In hockey, for example, you don't even have to be the guy that passes the puck to the guy that scores it to get an assist. It's like, you made the great setup pass that got the guy to give the pass to get there. So there you can get assists by like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. And
that's right.
Assist. Yep. There needs to be a sack assist counting, because in this game, Mason Graham had 2 of those where his pressure flushed Lamar Jackson into the waiting arms of Myles Garrett. And I think people would feel differently if you had that as a factor.
I like it.
I think you have a good point, and I endorse that.
Thank you.
I think if you go back, there should at least be some kind of analytic. I mean, there's a gazillion analytic stats that never get put on the air. That one should be one of those that you could find on NFL Pro or PFF.
Yeah.
If you go back to the New England game in which he had 5 sacks, the Alex Wright sack, correct me if I'm wrong, was because Miles forced Drake May up in the pocket
100%.
and into the arms of Alex Wright.
I believe we said this on the broadcast, this assist thing. That's where it was born.
We did, and I said it in my interview with Kevin before the game week 10, and the Carson Schlesinger interception, same thing. Miles blows by the tackle. Drake May's got to move up in the pocket. Drake May throws it right to Carson Schlesinger. So he had 5 sacks plus, by your metric, the assist, the helper, as hockey people would say, on the Alex Wright sack, and the helper, as the hockey dorks would say, on the pick by Schlesinger.
All right, I want to do a guess the stats with you. We do know that Miles has 22 tackles for loss on the season. Do you know who holds the NFL record for tackles for loss on the season? And can you be within a tackle? You don't have to get the number exactly, but you can be within 2.5, and you're going to get a gold star.
And let me tell you this is just a little bit of a caveat and a little backstory, is that in this game this Sunday, we will have the tackles for loss leader in the NFLs of years 2022, 2023, and 2024. Max Crosby had 22 and 22.
Yep.
Max Crosby had 23 and 23. Myles Garrett 22 and 24. Now Myles Garrett already the leader with 22 and 25. But
22.
all time. That's to give you some time, just a little background that's where this has been living for a while.
Single game or
single season.
Yep.
Tackles for loss leader.
That sounds like you're prompting Chat GPT right there. That sounded like it did, yeah.
I'm sitting on the side of the road. I pulled over for safety.
Smart.
Get that martini
I'm
up.
Go real outside the box. And I highly that's illegal even in California. I highly doubt it that this is accurate. I'm going to say Mark Gastineau.
Ooh, so it's the guy who quote tweeted you.
That's right. It is J.J. Watt.
J.J. Wyatt.
He actually has the 3 biggest tackles for loss seasons in NFL history.
Wow.
Can you guess the number within 2.5 for the gold star?
Yep.
Tackles for loss in a season record within 2.5 for a gold star. Plus or minus. This isn't Price is Right.
29.
Pretty good. That's 2.
That's second all
His
time.
second. Can I
But
interest you in 39?
No gold star, though.
No gold star.
39.
39 1 year.
39.
Wow.
Yeah, we were all.
We were pretty blown away by that.
We were.
Yeah.
Yes, which led you down the rabbit hole of the most dominant players ever, and we're like, after you went through J.J. Watt's resume, you're like, it's got to be J.J. Watt, and then we're like,
what about Aaron Donald?
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. Do you think? Okay, he would.
It should have been Aaron Donald. Yeah.
By the way, you probably are the most prepared person to answer this question, other than perhaps McVay or Les Snead, and we can't get them on Cleveland Browns Daily. At least we haven't thus far. Aaron Donald, you've watched like some of the videos of him working out recently. Is there a world in which he says, "Hey, let me come back for this Super Bowl run"?
No. So I haven't talked to Aaron face to face probably since like February, but like
more recent than most. He's in great shape. I mean,
he's down. He wants to get into acting. He just wants a podcast. I really don't.
Coming back and winning the Super Bowl is a pretty big spotlight to put on a growing brand. I'm just saying.
He's only 34. He's only 34.
If the Hoff was physically able, he would have 100% come back and played for us in our playoff run.
Oh, 100%. Like if we had a chance to like go do something, hey Joe, we need a left tackle.
He would have done it in 2020 if he was physically able. Like, because Aaron Donald still looks to me like I was watching him do bench with 150-pound dumbbells like it was a joke. He still works out the NFL guys and makes them throw up like right now today.
Yeah.
So I think
he made Jared Verse throw up. Yeah, Jared Verse is like, call the cops. He won't let me out of the house.
Yes.
Let me leave.
Yes.
But I would actually, this is going to sound crazy. I don't know that they need him.
No. Just curious.
I really don't. Their pass rush is ridiculous. I don't know that he would want to do that. Right now there is a massive life-size Aaron Donald bobblehead, like an actual, like with a head, massive, that is in their lobby right now that everyone's having fun with. They're retiring his number. I don't think he would do it. I really don't. But you know what would blow you away is when I saw him in February and we were talking, I'm like, dude, you look good. Like, you look like you lost some weight. He's like, no, I haven't lost. I'm at my same playing weight my last year. I'm like, what'd you play at your last year? He's like, oh, like 245, 250. I'm like, what? So he played
beastness
at like 245, 250, 245 maybe. Yeah. I'm like, no, you didn't. He goes, yeah, I did.
All right.
Like, seriously?
I'll get you out of here on this. You're a man of great culinary curiosity. I'm not asking for the restaurant. I don't need anything specific.
Okay.
What's on the menu Saturday night in Vegas? No restaurant. I don't need specifics, but I know that you've got things working.
I don't know my Vegas restaurants anymore.
You got anything you want?
I really don't know my Vegas restaurants well anymore.
We're not going.
Where would I go?
We're going nowhere.
Yeah, where would you go? Maybe that's better.
Where would I? Oh man, I honestly don't. So there's a sushi place that the name escapes me. That's off the Strip. That's legendary, but I can't remember the name. I would get away from the Strip. The Strip restaurants are fantastic, but the fun for me now in Vegas is exploring. There's a long, including there's a Chinese place off the Strip as well. There are some fantastic non-big hotel restaurants, and that's what I recommend people explore. Especially if you're going this weekend, like Browns fans, if you're going this weekend, it's going to be an F1 mess on the Strip. Like, pull up the Eater list, EATER, the website Eater. Pull up the Eater list for Vegas. They do top 38 restaurants and find a place off the Strip.
I do at some point want to try the Golden Steer Steakhouse. I've never eaten there. I see their videos where they do the butter luge, like the giant lobsters that look like if I ever encountered them in the ocean, I might have a heart attack. But they do the butter luge through the king crab leg as you are eating the king crab, and they have prime rib as like
butter luge.
Butter luge.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Butter luge?
Yeah, that's right. The Golden Steer, baby. Following the footsteps of Elvis and Sinatra.
Butter Luge will be the name of my debut album. If I ever drop an album.
It is a great name.
It's going to be Butter Luge. Yes.
All right, buddy. I'm glad. Thank you for taking safe precautions out there, and we'll talk to you again soon, and they'll see you this weekend.
See you boys in Vegas. Can't wait.
Yeah,
baby.
Goes. Add more fun to your fan of the Ballybet Sportsbook app. Download today. Get 50 back in bonus bets. You place that first wager of 10 or more. Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Second hour of the program coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. All right, time to head back to the podium presented by Vivid Seats. Purchase your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. Here's your head coach, Kevin Stefanski.
Okay, opportunity this
You're done.
To Vegas. Obviously getting a lot of work done on their team and their schemes. I think they do a great job. Obviously, I have a ton of respect for Coach Carroll and then what they do offensively, defensively, special teams. Really a challenge in a bunch of different areas. Look at the roster, some really, really special players. Obviously, Max Crosby gets a lot of the attention on defense, deservedly so. Brock Bowers on their offense is outstanding. So really, and then special teams, they got great returners, good core. So it's going to be quite the challenge. And we got to go to school on this football team and understand their schemes, understand what they're trying to do on any given down. So that's what we're getting started. Shedeur is going to start at quarterback. Dylan is still in the concussion protocol. He is improving. But obviously we got to put a plan together for all of our players, all of our offense, our defense, our special teams, plan of attack, and give our guys a chance to go execute and play fast. That's the goal. And with that, I'll take any questions.
So what do you think the outlook will be for Shedeur now that he's got a whole week of practice to work with everybody and you guys can design a game plan specifically for him?
Yeah, I think you're always trying to do that, Mary Kay, with all your players to make sure that they're comfortable, and it's no different with Shedeur in there. You want to make sure that all the concepts are things that he feels confident in. Obviously, having been around him over the months, you get a good sense of the things that he's, fit his eye, so to speak. So definitely want to lean into those type of things, and he's working very hard.
How have you seen growth coming from that system in Colorado to what you guys run? How have you seen growth picking that up?
Yeah, we've talked a lot over the course of these months is just learning NFL defenses for young players, learning obviously our system, but just I always point out to the quarterbacks that every week you're facing a defense that oftentimes has completely different rules than the defense you just played. Whether it's how they play their cover three or some of your blitz protection calls can vary week to week. So I just see Shedeur, Dylan, all of our young guys, but in particular that quarterback room growing a ton, both just with the X's and O's and then all the work you do in individual periods. I just think all that work adds up. So I do see significant growth from Shedeur and all these young guys.
We talked about the mental reps and the stuff in the classroom. What's the key to translating that when now he's getting these physical reps in practice preparing for a
I think it just goes back to, we talk about taking the practice field to the game field, and you try and take the meeting room to the practice field. Like I told the team this morning, we throw so much at them, so much information, so many details about our opponent and our game plan and those type of things. And I think our players do a really nice job of taking that to heart in the meeting room and then going out on the practice field. And Wednesdays are typically the day where you're still crystallizing it in your mind, if you will, and still getting some of the details down. But by the end of Wednesday, you feel really good about the base game plan. So I think that's just all quarterbacks are like that, where you get the game plan on Tuesday for a quarterback and you start spending some time with it. And then probably the base game plan starts to, really cement in your head sometime around Wednesday evening.
What do you think Shedeur did best in his one half of
Yeah, obviously, he battled to the end. We're right there on that final drive, Tony. I think there's so many things that all of us do better in those moments so we can finish with a win. But, man, all of our guys, and definitely Shedeur, they battled to the end.
He really wants to get to know the receivers and their habits and what they like and things like that. Just, from your experience in the league, how long does that process typically take for any quarterback, not just a young guy, but just any QB to really develop that inherent knowledge about what the supporting cast likes?
Yeah, I think, listen, it's obvious that the more time and the more reps, period, are always better. I do think, as you know, as quarterbacks, they sit in that room, you watch a lot of tape together. So you watch the receivers, and sometimes you don't get the rep, but you see how those guys come out. So that's what you have to do as backups, that Shedeur does, that all of our guys do. When you're not getting that rep, you're just making mental notes to yourself about how guys come out of breaks. And there's a lot of dialogue around that, certainly. with the quarterbacks. And that's why, I should remark how this group really pushes each other, but they support each other. I think that's, part of what Coach Musk and Coach Reese do in that meeting room, where they really are. It's a collaborative effort. They work hard together.
Kevin, neither of the offensive tackles are on the pre-practice injury report. You think both or one?
We'll see. I think both of them are going to practice in a limited fashion today.
You mentioned Crosby, but what kind of challenge does he present, especially for a rookie quarterback?
Yeah, I have a ton of respect for how he plays the game. He goes 100 miles an hour about 100% of the time. He's just he has the energy and the effort, the finish for a 60-minute football game. It's really impressive. He can line up on either side. He can really show up anywhere on the field. But the way he plays is truly remarkable.
With David not practicing today, is he going to be able to play something that you?
I'd say day to day, but he's working hard.
Kevin, Miles is on this tear. I mean, he's always been double and sometimes true. Are teams trying to block him in? Is this continue?
Not really. I mean, he's seen it all. He's seen, and we've pointed out the obviously the chips by the tight ends, the chips by the running backs, the slide coming to him. I don't know that teams have done anything differently this year other than to continue to pay him a lot of attention. Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, time to meet the Raiders. It's presented by Vivid Seats, official fan experience partner of your Cleveland Browns. They are 2-8 on the season. Second, I don't think they're second in the AFC West, but they are last in the AFC West. Their head coach is Pete Carroll. They're 172, 128-1. Gabriel! 2-8 in Vegas, his 19th year as a head coach. The series record, the Raiders lead 18-10 last time out. Raiders won in Vegas 20-16. Their last time out, they lost to the Cowboys 33-16 on Monday Night Football. Their offense is bad. 30th overall, 30th in rushing, 25th in passing. Defense, middle of the table, 17th. They're 15th in rushing, 19th in passing. Their turnover differential is ±4. For more on the Las Vegas Raiders, Dr. Z.
This feels like when Stevie wouldn't help Kenny Powers pick up his fixins.
Fixins. I'm not picking up your fixins, Kenny.
Fixins, Kenny.
The giant.
He's worked into a shoot because Siciliano called him a hockey nerd. I think he wants to fight Siciliano.
Is he in there with his Yager jersey on?
Ooh, I like Yager.
He's going at you again this
Great
week.
flow. Great flow.
Bo went after you last.
What did I get?
What's wrong? How's that going? What's wrong with the Yager?
What's wrong with Yager? That was a dynasty. It would be Lemieux. Cups.
It would be Lemieux.
By the way,
Lemieux or Yager, either one. Lots of fun. Ronnie Francis.
Am I wrong? Wasn't Yager also? Didn't he have a nice run on the Kings with?
Yeah, you're wrong.
No,
he never played for the Kings.
Yeah, you're wrong.
He played for the Rangers.
He was adamant.
He played for a bunch of teams. He played for the Rangers, the Caps, the Pens. I think he's still playing at in his mid-50s.
Good for
him.
He
is.
In in the Czech Republic or something.
Good for him.
Yes.
Yeah. It's remarkable.
Jaromir? Was that this?
Jaromir Yager.
Yeah.
Great mullet.
Great mullet.
When they retired his jersey,
he still looks tremendous.
Yeah, when they retired his jersey in Pittsburgh, I want to say it was last year, he went out and skated with Sid and those guys. I like G-Man confirming all the things I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, he's
not dispelling those hockey nerd things from Siciliano, that's for sure.
As if right, Kev. As if I don't have to talk about the NHL all the time. Yeah.
I wonder who I'm thinking of. There's somebody that played with Gretzky that was good somewhere else.
Yari Curry.
Yari Curry. Okay.
Or Marty McSorley. Marty McSorley's probably the one you're talking about. He was with Gretzky with Edmonton, and then they brought because he needed someone to enforce in L.A. and they brought him to L.A.
Yeah, Yager played
Marty McSorley.
Yager played professionally from 1990 till 2018 in the NHL. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and still playing.
By the way, enough from the clown going at Siciliano. Hello to the crud, Siciliano. Let's be honest. Siciliano's culinary choice in Vegas is likely wherever serves a $50 smoothie.
Second part fair. First part, Siciliano likes good food, and I like that about him a great deal.
He's a foodie.
Yeah, he introduced me. Eater, the restaurant we found on Eater in Charlotte was quite delightful. So that was a real treat. We've eaten some very good meals together this year.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's been nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, building
big per diems you guys have for those to be able to go to such nice places.
Not as much.
All right, go ahead, do your thing.
All right, Raiders not good, folks. This is come on. Hey, come on. Geno Smith leads the NFL with 13 interceptions. 13 interceptions. He's thrown 12 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
Is that a lot?
You get him under pressure, he has not been good unless you think 6 interceptions and a 44 rating are good. Then no. So we can pressure him. Their offensive line is not great. Their tackles have allowed 9 sacks and 46 pressures. Stone Forsythe, and then another one when Bo was a DJ in college, DJ Glaze. That's their right tackle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they got so they're struggling. This is a tough line. Their center, Will Putnam, was an undrafted free agent. They're starting 2 guys who are undrafted free agents, a 6th-rounder. This is not a great offensive line. They traded away their leading receiver, Jacoby Myers. Trey Tucker is now the leading receiver on the team, along with Brock Bowers. Genty has been held under 4 yards a carry in 6 straight games. Last week, they just completely abandoned the run.
It's like, yeah, we're good. We don't need to – no handoffs.
First 34 plays, 31 were passes.
Draft him in the first round. Don't give him the ball. We're good. Don't worry about it.
No. If you're in a PPR league, at least he did have a career-high 6 catches last week.
If you did this, you'd be thinking to yourself, my God, do they have – is the Snake Stabler back there? Are they slinging it all over the place?
Well, people who are really plugged in to the Raiders and Raiders lore would be wondering, you say Kenny the Snake Stabler. Others are saying, wait a second, is this the 1997 Oakland Raiders quarterbacked by
Jeff George opportunity?
Jeff George when he led the NFL with 3,917 yards passing. Different league then, different game.
I thought you were going to say Terrell Pryor, honestly.
No, Jeff George.
He was here. Yeah.
Jeff George that year, in the year 1997, let me just remind you.
I think I've been reminded.
3,917 yards, 29 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. Many people are calling those the glory days of the silver and black.
It's crazy he doesn't have a gold jacket, honestly.
Reggie Langhorne would give him one. So would Eric Metcalf. They're big fans.
Big fans. Big. Deke, not so much.
No. I think he did things. I think
the cousin of Mo Pedman.
I think in Illinois he was not necessarily on his best behavior.
But in the NFL, it was no big deal.
Perhaps it was a situation
maybe he's misunderstood.
Where he said, had I known I was going to go on to be the greatest thrower of the football in human history, I might have behaved differently in college. We can't say it wasn't. Defensively, this is going to be a 4-3 base defense under Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator. On that staff, the passing game coordinator, former Browns defensive coordinator, Joe Woods. On the offensive staff, by the way, Browns' former offensive line coach, Andy Dickerson. They are led by Max Crosby, the 4-time Pro Bowler. He's got 6 sacks. Outside of that, Jonah Laulu, he has got 4 sacks. That's second on the team. He's a big defensive tackle out of Oklahoma. Was a 7th-round pick in 2024 out of Indy. He's having a great year of 4 sacks, having a career year there. Their linebackers, they got Jamal Adams is playing linebacker for them, 29 tackles. By the way, how about this? He has a sack this year. Remember Jamal Adams for a long time led the NFL and NFL history for a DB's most sacks. I think it's still true.
Mm-hmm.
He had 21 and a half in his first 4 seasons in the league, I believe.
Yeah.
Winner even had 9.5. The sack he got this year is the first sack he's had since 2020.
Jeez.
Look that up. Verify for that for me. I wrote that down. Right. I think it's right.
I'm going. I'm trying to get it.
Their linebackers, they've got Devin White.
Our
guy, Devin White, who's got 97 tackles already this season, with 3 tackles against the Browns. It'll be his 4th 100-tackle season of his career. They've got a Landon Roberts, who had a couple 100-tackle seasons with Pittsburgh and Miami. Jamin Davis, a former first-rounder, got his first action last week. I mentioned Jamal Adams. So that's a lot of, Devin White was first round 5th overall. Jamal Adams first round 6th overall. Davis first round 19th overall. Their secondary, though, not as good. They brought in Jeremy Chin, who was very productive with Carolina. It's his first season there. He's got 70 tackles. Isaiah Polamalu, who has been a pretty darn good safety as well. Those are their 2 safeties. He's got 2 interceptions. Corners, Eric Stokes, who was the teammate, if I'm not mistaken, of Tyson Campbell at Georgia.
That seems right.
21, which would have been, that'd be right on it. He was a first-round pick out of Georgia of the Green Bay Packers in 21. So it actually went Stokes 29th. Tyson Campbell went 33rd off of that same Georgia team.
I don't know if you know this. It's some pretty good defensive linemen on those teams, too. Pretty good linebackers.
They've had, I think most of them are
all in Philly.
Aren't they on the Eagles? Yeah,
all
so I was going to say
all in Philly.
Yeah. Their corners, though, they've got Stokes, who is good. They've got Caillou Blue Kelly, who has 2 interceptions, 5 passes, defensive fifth-round pick of the Ravens. You can get after him and their nickel Darnay Holmes, sometimes or Lonnie Johnson. They have both struggled. So I think that this is, again, it's a team that you can throw on. They don't get to the quarterback a great deal. You can have success throwing the football. They are the 3rd worst third down defense in the league. That's music to our ears because we're the 3rd worst third down offense in the league. So if we can get some conversions there, keep drives going. But this is not a great football team. It's kind of amazing that they're still trotting Geno Smith out there and they're throwing it as much as they were. Now, I think they're going to probably reverse course and they're going to run the heck out of the ball this week.
Yeah.
But as I said, it's been 6 straight games where Ashton Genty has an average 4 yards carry, and it's not his fault. He is a very good running back. I was talking to some of our coaches. They're like, no, they have a lot of respect for Ashton Genty. They're just not a great offensive line. They're not a great offense. It's not a great team. But Max Crosby can be a game wrecker for them, much like Myles Garrett. It can be a game wrecker for us, and you cannot let that happen. They just got smoked by the Cowboys. But they have played some teams tough at home.
Yeah.
They played the Jags very tough at home. So I don't think it's something you can't take it totally, can't take them for granted, can't take them lightly.
Jamal Adams had 9.5 sacks in 2020, and until the one that you just mentioned, he had not had one since.
Yes, I had that right.
You had that right. So he went 2 sacks as a rookie in 17, 3.5 in year 2, 6.5, 9.5, and then none. But to be honest with you, dude, like he played 12 games in 21, then 1 in 22. 23, 9, and then 24 he played on 2 different teams. He played a total of 5 games. So he just has been banged up, injured, just hasn't really played. But a 9.5 sack season out of a safety is crazy that last year in Seattle. His ability to blitz the quarterback, I mean, that was kind of that one skill set that he had. Is this brand as good as any brand in professional sports?
Yes.
The fact that, and I think you could make an argument it might be the most effective brand in professional sports because the fact that it has endured Los Angeles, Oakland, Las Vegas, all of it works. They haven't won in forever, and yet it still is iconic.
I think the 2 are most successful would be them and the Cowboys because the Cowboys – and I look at it from not only the enduring nature of them. The Cowboys haven't won anything meaningful in a long, long time.
Sure, yeah.
But they also are tied to cultural movements and cultural moments. Like the show Dallas, which featured their state in, the Dallas Cowboys, that was for its time. And then the Raiders were synonymous with what I grew up with, which was a lot of West Coast hip-hop and NWA and Ice Cube and
they had 2. I mean, they had that in Los Angeles, but then in the 70s they also kind of had like this Hell's Angels,
Madden and Stabler, and
they had that part of it too. So they kind of had both. I mean, seems like wherever they went, they were malleable to fit with the culture of that place.
And the uniforms are they're
perfect.
So the logo is incredible.
It's nuts.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. No,
like who designed that logo?
I think Al did.
It's incredible. Just completely nailed it.
Yeah, and like the 2 colors, only black and silver. That's it. Yeah, it's all of that. Vivid Seats, official fan experience partner of your Cleveland Browns. Want to attend the next home game against the 49ers in style? Head to vividseats.com/Browns and purchase your one-of-a-kind fan experience package today. He will attempt to guess the scores. Coming up next, you'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. The new Rumpke Recycling Resource Center, one-of-a-kind facility in Ohio. You can process 250,000 tons of material annually, over 50 Ohio counties. Learn more about how you can help keep our communities clean and green by visiting rumpke.com. Dr. Z's turn to guess the scores for Week 12 of the NFL season. Do we have to do these exact now because you've aced this too much? You're doing exact?
No,
we can.
You wanna
Okay,
keep
let's
doing
do it.
it?
No, let's do it.
You want to do
Let's-
one more week?
No, let's do that.
Let's try it. Let's try
and
it
I
exact.
think I need to get. We have how many games we have this week?
Do you have the full slate, or do we still have some
No,
buys?
you've got 14.
14 games. So in order for it to be a victory, like 500 would be a victory.
500 would be.
So you think if you get like
insanity.
6, you're usually
I think I have
within
to be
a half
better
point,
of
though.
33%. Better than 33%.
40%?
Okay, we'll call it 40%. All right. I think in this case I need to make.
So out of 14 games, you got to get 6 right to win.
I mean, that's really hard. But yeah, fine. I think
Let's make it tough for the kid.
Let's make it tough. We
you know what Ryan Day did?
They're saying it's
you
too
know
much
what Ryan
winning.
Day did because they're doing too much winning by too much? Do you know what he did in Columbus?
What?
So their champion, in order to grade a champion, he had to grade 80% forever. Because of how easy it's been, he switched it to 83%.
Challenge me.
The standard is the standard.
Standard is the standard.
All right.
So I got to get it. I got to get it exactly.
You got to get 6, and you got to get 6 exact to win.
Okay.
My prediction, I think you're going to get it.
I do not.
I think you're going to get
Because
No
now my
way
whole
in
thing's
hell.
my thing's all thrown off on the whole numbers and the halves.
I think you're going to be all right. I think you're going to get it. I'm very confident in you. Thursday Night Football. Bills at Texans. This is an Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit.
No C.J. Stroud.
And Kaylee Hartung. No C.J. Stroud, but Kirk Herbstreit's dog will be there.
Great.
Yep. Bills at Texans.
Bills minus 6.5.
It's 6.
Gosh dang it.
So that's an old win, though.
Yeah,
it's an old win.
But that's a current loss.
Current
I'll
loss.
keep track. We'll keep
yeah,
track
you
of
keep
both.
track of them. All right. Now we're on to the Sunday slate, 1 o'clock.
What did you say it was?
6.
So now there's a whole number?
Now, first whole number we've had in forever. Oh, Gibby's really excited about these whole numbers. All right, 1 o'clock. Patriots at Bengals. Patriots at Bengals. Joe Burrow.
Hold on, you forgot Steelers Bears.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep it in this order. We'll go Steelers at Bears first. Steelers at Bears. Ian Eagle, J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn on the call. Steelers at Bears.
Bears minus 2.5.
Got it. Got it. I told you, dude. Have faith. I got faith in your greatness.
None.
By the way,
Rooting against this.
I pulled out something today that Gibbe got really mad at. So G-Man asked a question, which I will ask to you and give you an opportunity to answer it.
All right.
Who is the
Hold
active...
on. I didn't get mad. I was like, that's amazing.
He was mad.
Okay.
There was a party that was unhappy that I
No,
got it
not
right.
at all. I was genuinely like, that's insane that you pulled that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Who is the active leader in yards per reception in the NFL? And this person can be on a roster or on a practice squad.
Yards per. Is there a minimum?
150 catches. So they played.
Yeah, they've played a lot. This isn't it because you put the practice squad in there. It tells me it's a practice squad guy. Jamison Williams.
Good guess. It is not correct. The answer was Marquez Valdez-Scantling, which I got.
You got that.
Yeah.
He literally.
That's a
and I
deep
was like,
pull.
That's
a
amazing.
deep pull.
The practice squad helped me because I know he just signed on
he's
somebody's practice squad.
Didn't he?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's, yeah,
yeah.
for Rodgers.
Well, he'd been with the Niners this year. Yeah.
All right. Patriots at Bengals. Harlan, Trent Green, and Melanie Collins. Joe Burrow, a full participant in 11 on 11 today. What in the blue hell? Are they going to play him in a game where Jamar Chase doesn't play?
No.
No chance.
No, they're targeting
So they're
the
targeting
Ravens game.
Thanksgiving. Yeah. Patriots at Bengals.
Patriots minus 6.5.
You would have got this one wrong both. 7.5. 7.5.
And we literally just updated these during the
I'm
commercial
doing
break.
it's because I'm going to get. See, if I was doing it the other way,
Yeah.
I would have said 7 because I thought
You
it was
would
going to
have
be
said
6.5, 7.5.
You would have got one.
So I would have gotten that the other way. Yeah, but now I'm trying to guess them.
Now you're trying
right,
to guess
which
them
makes
exactly. Now you're
I
double.
kind of have to hit them exactly.
Yeah.
So I'd
you-
be 3-0 in the original.
Now you're not choosing the wine in front of you or me.
Yeah.
All right. Giants. The Giants at Lions. Giants at Leos.
All right, I'm going to go Lions minus 10.5 for the game. I would have said 10.
It's 10. Whole numbers.
Guess who's
10.
back?
So I'd be 4. This is very hard.
I know,
Exact
but
is
that's
very-
okay.
but
It's more fun. It's fine.
Yeah, I like it. But so far, I'd be right there on the original.
You'd
still.
be right where you
4-0.
should be. Yeah, you'd be right
I'd be
there.
dominant. It's too easy.
Right now, you're 1-3.
No, because I would have guessed 7 on that one.
Vikings at Packers. Vikings at Packers. Joe Davis, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver. I know. Vikings at Packers.
This feels Vegas zone-y to me. Well, now that it feels like there's whole numbers this week, which is really throwing me off. I'm going to say Packers minus 5.
Packers minus 6.
Okay.
Somebody's been listening to the program.
Boy,
have said,
maybe they have
guess
been.
what?
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
Gibbs was right.
All right,
And that
1 and
crud
4
online
in
that
the-
was
in the-
talking trash.
4 and 1 in the
Screw
other.
this segment back up again.
Seahawks at Titans. Seahawks at Titans.
Seattle minus 13.5.
Got it exactly.
Let's go.
What a job out of you. Got it exactly. Colts, that's at Titans. That's a home, giving 13.5 at home. Colts at Chiefs. Nance, Romo on this one. Colts at Chiefs. What do you do with Kansas City?
I don't know.
What do you do with Kansas City? 5-5.
1.5.
3.5.
By the way, who? I said that strategically because I think it could be the Colts 1.5.
Kansas City 3.5.
That's outrageous.
Yep.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, that's that Buckeye Lakers bump that there's so many people who bet on them they're covering.
Wow.
Jets at Ravens. Jets at Ravens. Tyrod Taylor, your starting quarterback of the New York Football Jets. Jets at Ravens.
For the other game, I would have said 14. I'm going to say 14.5.
It was 13.5.
So I would have got all right, 6 and 2. Gosh, this is it's hard. It's very
Well,
hard.
yeah, this is an impossible task.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right, 4:00 window now. Us at the Raiders.
Raiders minus 4.
Got it exactly.
Did you look at that one?
Well, ours, it's hard for him to
It's hard,
avoid.
hard not to see it. But just for the record, it has been different than what I've seen many times this
Yeah, a couple
year.
times
And a
that's
couple
good.
times I've, in fact, got it wrong because I thought I knew it.
Yeah, and you're like, wait a sec.
Yeah.
I-
All right, we're
that's
up
true.
to 3. There's no way
You
I'm
got
going to
3.
get 6. But,
I mean, honestly, if you get 2 more, it'd be. I think that's a win too.
Yeah.
Jaguars at Cardinals.
The other one is just too easy. Now. Other one, we're already at 7 wins.
Jaguars at Cardinals. Jaguars are 6 and 4.
I don't like this at all. Jags minus 2.5.
Jags minus 3. So old way you would have got it.
The irony is I would have old weighed that 3. There's twice now that I would have old
Old
weighed
weighed
it that I
3.
would have actually
2.5,
hit the
3.
10 and this one.
Yep.
So I've won
This
the
is-
other game.
This
We
is
don't
your
even need to
America's
pretend that
game of the
anymore.
week.
I already have 8.
Eagles at Cowboys. Burkhart, Brady on the call with Andrews and Rinaldi.
Now they're
Eagles at
going to annoy
Cowboys.
me because I'm going to say this time, Eagles minus 3. And it's going to end up being like 3.5.
Which one are you going to say?
3. I'm sticking with it.
3.5.
I should have changed it because what you said.
I gave you a little lean there.
You did.
Falcons at Saints. Drew Brees returning to New Orleans to call this one with Adam Ammon and Christina Pink on the call. Falcons at Saints.
Saints minus 1.5. Is that right?
Got it.
Let's go, dude.
We got 4.
No, Gabriel.
It ain't over yet, baby.
All right.
It ain't over yet. Buccaneers at Ramit. Sunday Night Football. Bucks at Rams.
All right. The Bills, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't believe that I am, were
was 5.5 last week.
5.5. I think the Rams are better than the Bills, and I think
better.
that Vegas would think that the Rams are better than the Bills.
Both road games.
I'm going to go.
Stafford is 25-57, 27 touchdowns, 2 picks.
That's very good.
He might be the MVP.
How many
of the league.
touchdowns?
27 and just
All
2
right.
picks.
Name me the last quarterback who
He might be
finished.
the MVP.
Let's
of
see
the
if you
league.
get this. Anybody, open to everybody.
Yeah.
There is a quarterback who threw 27 touchdowns with 2 picks in a season.
Nick Foles. Chip Kelly was the.
I was going to say Chip Kelly was going to be the hint, but then
I didn't need it.
Didn't.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
knew
didn't
that.
need it.
I knew that.
The big brain on Bo.
That's right.
That's one that'll stick in your mind forever. That is.
I just
one
remember
of those
looking at it,
anomalies.
going like,
"Is this real?"
And it went so well early. It's like, why did he get fired? Like he had success right
They
away.
had
They
custom
won.
smoothies.
He went 27-2 with Nick Foles. Like, what are we doing?
All right,
Bucks at Rams.
I know it's in the 6.5, 7.5. I know. I just know it. I know it in my gut. Rams. -7.
Let's go. Let's go. Here it is.
That's 5. I need this.
There it
one.
is. Pedro. Carolina, the unbeatable Carolina Panthers in San Francisco to take on the team of your youth, the San Francisco 49ers.
Who just smoked Arizona.
They
This
smoked
one,
them.
I still feel like Vegas has a lot of respect for the Niners. Gosh, I could talk myself into 3.5. I could talk myself into 5.5, and I could talk myself into 6.5, 7.5.
Nate, come on, Pedro. Put down the Spumoni.
Niners -6.5.
7.
Ah!
The game's back. The game is back. It was 7. What an effort out of you. Picking exactly 5 and 8. Incredible effort. 4 downs. Coming up next.
Yeah, the
Cleveland Browns
half a
Daily.
point is almost a joke now.
8:50 ESPN Cleveland. Elk and Elk Serious Lawyers, Serious Injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO for a free case review. Elk and Elk's proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time for the segment that continues to sweep the nation. Your one-stop shop for football of the collegiate variety. It's time for Four Downs with your Uncle Bo and college football Nate. Hello, Gibby.
Yes. Hey, Kev, hit it.
First down.
All right, rapid fire.
Let's
What
go.
is your level of concern for the health of Ohio State's wide receivers? 1 through 3, not worried. 4 through 7, worried. 8 through 10, panic.
Bo, you're closer to this. Can you give me the latest updates, please?
They don't have any. They're going to rely on their medical staff. I mean, he's given nothing.
What do you know?
What do I know? I wouldn't play either one of them this week, and I'd make sure they're ready for Michigan, and my sense is they will be.
Then that would be a 1.
That's
I am
where
not
I'm at.
worried.
Yeah.
Next.
Second down.
If Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin doesn't tell the school he's returning in 2026 before the school's Egg Bowl deadline, and this has been reported, he's denied it, but supposedly he has a deadline of the 11-28 game against Mississippi State, should the Rebels allow Kiffin to coach in the college football playoff?
All right, I'm going to do this as succinctly as possible because I want to articulate how stupid college football is that they're in this spot to begin with. The national signing day for college football, the one that now really matters, is in the middle of December. The transfer portal opens in December, closes in January. In other words, if you want to hire a coach, you feel like you have to do one in time for that signing day in that portal. The college football playoff is fought in December and January.
Correct.
The calendar's the problem.
Yes.
It's not his fault. What do you want him to do? This is how Luke Fickell ended up at Wisconsin, because he was loyal to Cincinnati and wanted to coach him in the playoff. But the reality is he should have done the other thing, which is go to Notre Dame or USC. So that's why we're in this spot. I don't know what you do. My hunch is because of the situation they're in, it's almost impossible for them not to make the playoff, that he won't take either job and he'll just stay at Ole Miss. And maybe that's the right decision anyway. Because as long as he keeps having success, there will be other jobs in the SEC that come open. He's young. But this is really a calendar problem in college football that the adults in the room have ruined.
Agreed. And let's get back to this. Now, he was on McAfee yesterday.
Yeah. Well, he had a teleconference today, an SEC teleconference today, where he's asked about it over and over and over.
And he continues to vehemently deny that there was an ultimatum made, that there is any deadline. He had his running back on with him yesterday on McAfee.
Yep.
Who many people are saying is the best running back in college football, outside of maybe the kid in Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Somebody did say most complete running back in football.
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, might have been Riddick. Theo Vaughn. He's a great comedian.
He's a big Mississippi guy.
Yeah. Let's go.
He is.
No, I might have been Riddick.
Lane
I'm being serious.
Kiffin introduced him to his wife, like someone ex-wife, like to date her. All that. Yeah. There's a connection there.
Yeah. So he's going to coach them throughout this season,
minutes.
is my opinion.
Yeah.
And he should. He should get to coach them. These things should all happen.
Here's the problem. This
needs to be after the end of the football playoff.
This would very possibly could happen. If he took the LSU job or the Florida job, most of his team would jump in the portal.
Yep.
His entire staff would have to go with him because he would take a lot of them with him to recruit and to sign guys in the portal.
Yep.
So if he goes to one of those jobs, Ole Miss, who is 6th in the country with 1 loss, might not be able to field a team to play in the playoff. That's how broken this is.
If the NFL can have its draft in April and free agency in March for a season that starts at the same time, there's no reason that the portal needs to be at that point after everything's shaken out.
I would be, if we had more time, I would give you the calendar that's very simple that would work for everybody, but there's a minute left in the show, and I don't.
Next.
So another day we'll do that.
Third down.
Fact or fiction, Texas will ultimately make this year's college football playoff.
I don't think so.
No chance.
But if they are in a discussion of a group of 4 teams to get in, and I think that this is a TV show they're producing here. I think that they would like Texas to be in it.
Yeah, they got 3 losses. I think.
Will Sark be the head coach 1 year from now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I know he's fielded the same questions.
Manning's coming
Texas.
around. I think they'll be okay.
All right, 30. That's going to wrap up this week's college football, Nate.
My biggest beef with the college football rankings this week, and you're rarely going to hear me come to battle for Alabama, but Alabama has 2 losses. They have the same 2 losses that Notre Dame does, and they're somehow behind Notre Dame.
It's absurd.
Notre Dame's quality wins are USC and Pitt.
They have
Stop
better
it.
wins.
Way
Yeah,
better
it's not even
wins.
close.
Yeah, it's not. Be sure to catch the Browns preview show tonight, 7 to 8, University Hospitals, Cleveland Browns Radio Network. You have that to look forward to, which is very, very nice. We're back tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.